Hi, and welcome to our first Mat Pilates video for March Madness. I'm so glad that you're here to join me. All you need is yourself on the mat. We'll go ahead and get started. Lay all the way down. And I want you just to allow yourself to get settled down and arrive, acknowledging here in your body as you just take a couple of breaths, how you're feeling today, how you feel like you can show up for yourself, and just kind of give yourself some gratitude that you're here doing this workout. And then I want you to take two Pilates breaths. Inhale in through the nose, allow that breath to come into the rib cage. Think about expanding and puffing, and then exhale out of the mouth, drawing the belly button away from the spine, getting all of the breath out. One more. And then exhale all the way back out. Reach your arms up above your shoulders. Make sure that your tailbone feels nice and heavy and like you don't have a big arch with your booty pop back or a big pull with the tailbone underneath you. Just find that heavy position with both hips and the pubic bone. Drop your chin to your chest like someone lifted your ponytail away from your neck, and then inhale to prepare. You're going to exhale to peel up into your curl and then come right back down with your inhale, and then exhale to lift. Inhale to drop back down. Keep looking at your thighs the whole time. On that lift up, you're coming to the tips of the shoulder blades, heading your back ribs and thinking about keeping the breastbone anchored down. You're going to go for three more. On this third one, come up to the top and hold. Straighten your legs all the way out. Find Pilates V, heels together, toes turned out. Soft point. Squeeze and wrap the thighs. Curl a little higher for your 100. You're going to keep the legs extended for the first 5 rounds. You're going to inhale. Exhale, pump the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Pulling your back ribs, anchoring to the floor, but keeping that curl. One more round here. Drop your head, take a pause, and even towards the chest. Give yourself a minute to release any tension. Like you're going to go straight up towards the ceiling. Right back up into that curl position for your second half. 5 more rounds of breath. Find your curl, pump the arms, inhale. Exhale. If this doesn't feel great, come back to that first position with the legs, or you can draw your knees in towards your chest. Good. Inhale, 2, 3. For a little more challenge, you'll start to lower your straight legs down to find your working level. That's great for me. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Let's do one bonus round here. Knees and hands behind the thighs. Roll yourself to a seated position. Find that little rock and roll up. And then from here, I want you to bend your knees, plant your feet flat, reach back behind the thighs, and sit up as tall as you can. Proud through the chest, drop your shoulders, find some engagement with the arms, squeeze your inner thighs together, and then find your little pelvic tilt. Pull your hip bones towards your rib cage and rock back off of your tailbone towards your sacrum. And then with an inhale to prepare, exhale. Use your core to come back up. 2 more of that half roll back here. Good. Exhale back up. And then from here, straighten your legs out. Reach your arms straight forward for roll up. We're going to start roll up on the up because it's easier to start from here. Chin to the chest, look towards your thighs, or reaching towards your toes. You're in Pilates V. Strong flex of the ankles. Keep that curved position. You're going to roll all the way down. Your heels might drag along with you. Reach your arms above your shoulders. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Reach towards the toes. Reach for 3, 2, 1. Curve your spine all the way back down. 2 more today. Last one here. Reaching towards the toes, anchoring through the legs. Squeeze the heels to get the back of the legs engaged. You come down to the bottom, bring your arms down, anchor the shoulders, anchor your left heel down, bring your right leg straight up, or rotate it from the thigh bone out, slightly externally rotated. You're going to come into single leg circle, bring your right leg in towards your midline, down towards your low point, out towards the right, and then back up. You're going to inhale, exhale. Good. Just one more in this direction today. Reversing that circle, take the right leg out to the right, down and around. Two more. Really think about keeping that left heel grounded. Don't let this just be about work through the right leg. You're going to scissor kick. Both legs stay straight. Right leg down, left leg up. Soft point with that foot. We come in towards the midline first. Exhale up and around. Two more in this direction. Just keeping the hips nice and anchored. Pause at the top. Make sure you're in that external rotation and then lower out and around. Noticing how this feels different from one side to the other, one rotational direction to the other. Good. And then all the way back down with that left leg, knees into the chest. Bring yourself back up to the top. We're coming into rolling like a ball. So hands behind the thighs. Come into that half roll back position. Walk your feet closer. I want your toes to go down. And then you're going to find your balance point, which is the place where you can kind of roll back off the tailbone. You're pressing your hands into your thighs, but you're also pressing your thighs into your hands. So there's that feeling of opposition. From here, drop your chin, your chest, look towards your thighs. You're going to inhale to rock back to the shoulders, and then exhale to come back up to the top. Find your balance point. Inhale back, exhale up. It's fun to roll through your spine. It feels good, like a nice massage. Let your heels be pulled down towards the hips. Go for two more. Last one here. We come up to the top, you're going to roll back, get to the bottom part of your rolling like a ball, and then draw your right knee in towards your chest. Bring both hands to your knee. Stretch your left leg out for single leg stretch, and then you'll switch and switch. Inhale, exhale. Stay in that high curl. If this is bothering the head of the neck, always the option to drop the head flat. Go for two more full sets. Hands behind the thighs. Rock yourself back up. We're going to do two rolling like a balls here, and we'll come into double leg stretch. So you're going to roll back, bring it up, back, bring it up, and then roll back. One hand on both shins, like you're giving yourself a big hug, and then squeeze your legs together, arms up by the ears, legs straight out, circle the arms, draw the knees back in towards the chest. Inhale, and exhale, draw it in. Go for three more here. Again, always the option to drop that head down. Last one, reach behind the thighs, rock yourself back up. Good. We'll do that transition, two full rolling like a balls, and then stop on that roll back. Inhale, take you back. Exhale, bring you up. Inhale, exhale, come back. Find that high curl from the top, hands behind the head. Squeeze your legs together, right elbow towards your left knee. That right shoulder blade is up nice and high. Stay lifted through the center and then switch. And switch again. Think about pressuring your knees in together. Get the legs involved. Next time, right elbow to the left knee, right leg stretches out. And then switch for your full crisscross movement here. Chin to the chest still. Inhale, switch. Inhale, and exhale for the next set. Let's go for three more full sets here. Last one. Roll yourself back up, sitting up nice and tall, legs go wide. Anchor the heels mat width. Sit up as tall as you can on those sitting bones. And then from here, very similar to what we did in the roll up, but now the legs are open. Arms straight out in front of you. Drop the chin to the chest like you're up against a wall. Pull your head away from that imaginary wall behind you, then your shoulders, curving your spine back against that fake wall behind you. And then start to reach your hands towards your feet without dropping your chest towards your thighs. You want to get that spine stretch forward. Also thinking about pulling your spine back towards the wall behind you, and then bring yourself back up. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale. Spine stretch, go long, and inhale back up. One more. Sitting up tall, again, reconnect with the feet, anchor the heels down, flex. Sit up tall. From here, you're going to twist. Twist to the left, two twists to the right. Twist to the left, take that right pinky towards that left baby toe, flip that back left palm up towards the ceiling like you're sawing your toe off 3 times, come up through the top. Left hand towards that right baby toe, right palm flips, 3, 2, 1. Back up one more set. Perfect. And then from here, we're going to come onto our stomach. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Legs are wide, toenails down. And from here, roll your shoulders up, down, and back so that you've already got your shoulders lifted away from the mat. You've got a nice long line here. Keep that length, press into the hands. Start to lift your forehead, then your nose, then your chin. Keep your neck nice and long, shining your collarbone forward, getting that extension for swan, and then come back down. Take an inhale to bring yourself back up to that nice arched position, and then exhale back down. Allow your pelvis to be heavy, almost the thought of your belly button to lift all the way back down. Changing the leg position is going to change the exercise, strengthening the back instead of stretching it. Legs together, find Pilates V. From there, take your inhale to lift. And my range of movement is much smaller. Exhale back down. Do 2 more just like that. Last one. Come up here. See if you could drop your shoulders from your ears more, get more open and proud through that front body, and then lower it down. Forearms down. Slide your knees in, send your hips back, find child's pose. Get that big flexion after all that extension. And then you're going to come back onto your back for bridge. So lay all the way back down, arms by your side. Head stays heavy, heels stacked below your knees. Get heavy with your toes and your heels. From here, your pelvic tilt's going to bring your tailbone towards the back of your thighs, and you're going to continue rolling up your spine to get to your bridge at the top. And then keep the hip bones up as you start to melt down your spine to get back to the bottom. Inhale to bring yourself up into that articulated bridge. Exhale to roll the spine back down. Good. Really let this feel like a sense of massage. You don't want to come past the tips of your shoulder blades or staying off of the head and the neck. You're going to come up to the top on this next one and hold. Keep that bridge nice and still. Inhale to bring your arms up and overhead. And then exhale to bring the arms back down. Just 2 more like that with just the upper body moving. Good. Last one, up and back. Plant the arms. And then from here, you're going to bring your right leg up, straighten it towards the ceiling. Inhale to lower that straight leg down. Exhale to lift. 2 more of those kicks. Keeping that right hip lifted in line with the left. Plant that right foot back down. Left knee in, straighten up. Inhale. And then exhale up. Last one. And then go ahead and plant your foot. Hold that bridge for 1 more breath. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, roll all the way back down the spine. From here, you're going to go ahead and roll onto your left side. Your head, shoulders, hips are in one straight line with the back of the mat. Right hand is going to be touching your mat for stability. Both legs get picked up and come forward towards the front corner of the mat at that 45-degree angle. Soft point. Get your heels even so that that bottom and top hip are nice and stacked. Lift that top leg hip height. You're going to sweep it in front of the body, sweep it back behind the body slightly. Inhale forward, exhale back. Soft point here, reaching through the foot. Good. 5 of everything in this side lying series. Tap your heel down towards that bottom heel, lift the leg up. You're in that external rotation here to free up the movement through the hip. The more you feel like you're reaching that top leg, the more you're going to get a little sensation of stretch too in that hip. Last one, bring it hip height, sweep that leg in front of the body, moving through the hip. Circle your whole leg around an imaginary coffee cup. Do 5 in that direction and then reverse that direction. Feeling that strong wrap of the thigh, breathing through it. Now sweep that leg back behind the body slightly. We're going to do 5 more circles forward. And then 5 more circles back behind. And then transitioning, we're going to come onto your stomach. Hands right below your forehead. Rest your forehead down, elbows nice and wide. Find that Pilates V position with your feet. Hips heavy, belly feels like it's almost lifted. Hover your legs up. Think about pressing down into the toenails to lift your kneecaps. And then bring the toes up. Hold here. You're going to go into your heel beats. Open and close the heels here. Quick little beats. Feeling that nice long line from the hip all the way reaching through the toes. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. And then from there, you're ready to come right onto your left side, rolling facing away. Left arm down, resting the head. And then again, both legs come forward to that 45-degree point, soft point through the toe, anchor yourself, lift, sweep front and back here for 5, 4. Noticing again, there may be a difference from one side to the other. Maybe this side feels more stable, maybe it's a little bit less. Bring that leg in line, tap the heel down, lift and lower, up and down. Inhale, exhale. 2 more here. We've got our circles. Bring that leg forward, 5 front circles. And then 5 reverse. Sweep that leg back, and we've got 5 there. Again, you're going to take these pretty small, keeping the hips and the pelvis really feeling stable. Reverse it. And then go ahead and sit back up onto your mat. Good. Knees bent, feet flat, back to rolling like a ball, okay? So it's fun to roll, and it also helps us to get into this position that we want to be in for teaser. So lift the legs. I want you to inhale and exhale. Good. Do 1 more. On this next one, as you come up, you're going to straighten your legs out and hold at the top. Draw your knees in and roll back. Straighten the legs at the top. Find teaser. Inhale back. Exhale. Come back up. Good. Go for 2 more. On this next one, you're going to hold at the top. Now reach your arms. Find that balance point. Taking that extra weight away from the midline is going to make this more challenging. Let's start to lower your legs down, squeeze them together, and then exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. It doesn't need to be big. Exhale to lift. 1 more. You're going to hold your legs up, bend the knees. Let's roll 2 more times. It's going to give you a little moment of rest. Reach from here up, arms reach. You're going to lower down with the upper body and then exhale to come back up. You've got 2 more. Depending on proportions, arms or legs are going to feel a lot different and or easier or tougher. Exhale. And again, feel free to grab behind the thighs if you need to. Let's roll back 2 more times. Reach the arms, reach the legs. You're going to start to roll your spine down. As you do that, you're going to start to lower your legs. Think about keeping your toes at the height of your eyes. As your head gets lower, drop your head and your heels at the same time. Let it go at the bottom. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, squeeze your legs together. Look towards your toes. Start to lift your legs up and try to teaser back up to the top and lower back down. If you're thinking there's no way, come back to the top and just lower from there. Last one, we're going to hold it at the top and take 1 more big breath. And then draw your knees in. Just take a seat, crisscross, right arm up to your ear, left hand down. Let's get that big side body. Y'all, thank you so much for joining me. I know I went a tiny bit over time, but it's just so hard to get everything in that 15 minutes. Use this a couple times a week over the next week and a half before we get our second round. Let me know if you have any questions. And honestly, just take a little time for yourself every few days. Water your own garden, however you want to look at it, but enjoy this time and disconnect. Can't wait to see y'all soon. Bye.